How is it that certain people are just stuck in a hatred, and a lot of times it's projection, what they are inside, they project, they put out another person that isn't even like that. You know, call me a woman beater and a faggot, homo, gay ass, herb, like a loser. Oh yeah, your little MTV and your little fucking cornballs, right? Literally defecating on me, right? Playing as a joke in Wildwood 2000, right? Yeah. See, a lot of you are stuck in your ways of just degrading somebody and hateful and murdering. Yeah. Someone got murdered, and I got my account restricted on Facebook for hate speech. Think that's the worst that I could do to that person? How about a murder charge and spend the rest of their life in prison? I mean, did these idiots ever read what I posted in a Facebook post? I'm not even angry about that. I was waiting for that. I was just like, I can't believe you people. But you know what I can't believe? How you so lost in your anger, hatred, envious ways, and not just me, you probably do that to a lot of people. But you can conceptualize what I'm gonna do with this world and the plans that are just. Because if you're a degenerate, and I put all homosexuals in the same category, unless I'm wrong. Maybe I should be proven wrong. Let's have a national conversation about that. You heathens and degenerates with your sexual changes and stuff, right? The biggest degenerate of you all call me a what? A cunt. What else? A liar, right? That I lie. I'm a shit stirrer, right? Like some clown from fucking Bill Marshall, and who cares about his degree, says that, I'm putting people on the spot. I'm telling the truth on people. Grow up. Grow up, you idiot. It's not about you and your tenure. Who cares? I heard rumors about your lame class or something. I don't even care about you that much. Because you rhyme little words and stuff. And you grow up. It's not about your lives. Okay? It's about, having decency and morality, which a lot of people, even if you had tried, you don't practice. You really don't. Okay? But it's not about that, because I could go on and on, pick you one by one. It's about how is it that you can't conceptualize what this world will and should be? With Puffy over there, I'm quoting that lyric because it annoyed me. I'm talking about what it is, you talk about what it should be. Yeah, but you know what? They're brusky. Yeah, when I talk about it should be, I want to make it that way. Okay, I don't care about, champagne glasses and hitting people because my son didn't score a touchdown. Big Daddy. Like, what are you losers? Seriously. I mean, you're pathetic. You're clowns. You're ridiculous. You know? I mean, to say you're vain, it's mind-boggling. Look at your little civilization and stuff. And the most mind-boggling thing that when I started talking about it a couple minutes ago in my mind, thinking it, I'm like, really? And that's what you consuming. You didn't add it up. There's a lot of you that I don't know how, but aren't human. You're not humane. There's a reason why, and one of my Tupac lines, one not favorite, but he said, "You roaches still breathing." Some of you people, you don't look like roaches. You might have not the physical characteristics, but mentality of a roach. Look it up what a roach does. It's an insect with an exoskeleton, and also it just annoys. I mean, it can spread disease too. It can harm you in a different way, but it's annoying. It's a pest. You're a pest, but it's a spiritual thing. And look what you do to wolves, for example. I love the wolves. I love owls, elephants. You torture us, them. You know, would a wolf just come in your house, just walk in? I mean, maybe if it's hungry. You're roaches, you're insects, you're pests. I can easily annoy you. Actually, I just got to charge for annoying somebody. Yeah, among harassment, but annoying and harass. I'm not a roach. Maybe I was annoying, but I put that video on YouTube. Grow up, Batco. Grow up. I didn't see you. I didn't have contact with you in years. I didn't call you or text you. I talked to somebody else that might have been related to the business owner, which I heard was your uncle, and then I heard you have a indecent relationship with your uncle from Adam Novak. Yeah, talk to him about annoying you and disrespecting your slander. If that's not true, see, I kind of repeated that. I don't know if it's rumor or not, but I didn't know why he told me that. I remember you from ages ago. decades ago. So who's annoying who, Batko? But it's not even about that. I'll gladly go to that court case, see how that ends up. See if those judges and counselors and moderators not just intelligently equipped to formulate a sentence or give someone respect, because I know they're not. But if they do their job, if they do their job, or they just like, oh, it's a lawyer that it wasn't assigned to you. Okay, well, handle it on your time. Yeah, I'll handle it on your time. Trust me. And you owe me a lot of your time. Yeah, like this. Seriously. And that's one thing you already see coming. Because I know I'm going to take somebody to court, right? Well, you're not going to give me the wrong date. Think I won't find the address? I mean, you guys are petty and ridiculous. This is nonsense. This is child's play. And I could easily say things that you might record me and I know it end up in a movie. I'm not even angry about that. You're lame, Brad. Yeah, I saw you in Brooklyn, New York. I yelled at you, homie. Yeah. Yeah, you pretend you're old as you look old as hell or something like that. It was creepy. The way you looked at me, I know I was like, what is that? I could care about that right now. I don't care about that. I could care less. It's about how you don't conceptualize that a lot of you belong in a form of detainment, or you're not allowed to be born. Your legal life. And let's say you breed a child. Like my relatives aren't perfect, so genes aren't everything. Or maybe genes are, but sometimes a genius can be born out of simple people that just didn't have education like that, or just didn't have that great intellect. So everyone should be addressed individually. But how do you not have a concept of that? What the just ways do, what godly, the real God, someone good, a benevolent being will do in this world. You know why? Because you're so focused on evil, hating this and that, you can't conceptualize what will be the best way for this world. You're stuck on this way. A lot of people, I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe they just don't care. Maybe they don't have a soul. They're deceased inside. People on Capitol Hill in Washington D.C. With the gun laws, not just the gun laws, but everything else. And I don't want to hear this. Well, we don't know what to do. I mean, it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans. No, you're all lunatics. Either you have a low level intelligence, you're deceased, you don't care. But it's like, I mean, wouldn't it be so far fetched to put you on another planet, some of you people? Because I don't want to exterminate life. I don't believe in capital punishment. I really don't. But a lot of you do deserve it. You really do. The thing is, if you die, you deceased. I don't know what happens in the afterworld. I had a vision idea. Maybe it was bad, but I could care less. I think you should be punished on this earth for very inhumane crimes. Yeah, you really should. Like that kid that shut up. The 4th of July parade. Yeah, like what 117 counts. Yeah. See, yeah, I do believe a lot of you should be extinguished, but I would never pick an assault rifle and start shooting at you. I really wouldn't. Yeah, I get angry, I say stuff, but I'm not a violent person. I will defend myself, though. I will. I will. In more ways than one, right? And a lot of you tell me, telepathically, oh, yeah, I should say you talk to me. And a lot of you wouldn't talk to me in public like that. Let's just be honest. A lot of you are freaking cowards. And I'm talking about just the hood niggas. I'm talking about the rest of you fucking faggots. Even people on Capitol Hill and all you people, lawyers and all that. You're cowards. You really are. And a lot of you are just freaking arrogant. So I say some things like that judge and just be quiet, he just turns his eye away. Yeah. Not used to that, are you, homie? Yeah. It's like easy to be angry like that and talk like that. But, when manners are very important, I could get very civil. Yeah. I'm a white guy, right? Yeah, another idiot's over there. I'm white, you're black, so what? Can I talk proper? Does that offend you now? Like what, I gotta be a clown for you people, huh? Is that what you think I am? Yeah. The way some of you people act, I'm starting to think your Lord and Savior was a fucking clown like me. Except, I don't know if he was that good or not, or maybe he was just trying to, get away. I don't care anymore. The past is the past. Point is, why you need a certain degree or decree to dictate your morality. Because a lot of people can presume, even once they say, no, you run away from that. You're still not rebels. You're very lesser degree of individuals. Very less. May God be more. May God be more. Yeah, that was just a statement of resentment to somebody that used to say, "May God be less." I entertained that idea too. But on the scope of things, I mean, should I spend my life believing in a deity, in a supernatural deity that, might get me to a better place if I believe in that deity, which is him. It's a male, right? Yeah. Patriarchy. Yeah, the cornerstone of our society as a whole. Yeah. I mean, you see how backwards that is? Because let's say there's an old benevolent spirit or being. Would he have a sex? Oh, God did, right? He was a male, and he sent his only son, right? Yeah. So it was God's woman. No, he gave life. Like I mean, it's just so convoluted. It's humanity that developed these beings, you know. I mean, I don't spend my life believing whether it is or isn't. I really don't. But I know there's a lot of in the scope of things. I know a lot of people are just demonic. You're very evil. You know, you really are. To be human and from this earth, from this planet, is to have a certain logic. You know, you have to be a perfect human being like this, but you should make strides for that. At least that's what I believe. Because I have faults too. I do. Who knows what my life would have been turned out if I was abused, tortured, and manipulated by my relatives and a lot of other people. Yeah, maybe I would have. Oh, I definitely would have been better. And by the way, would I known? Would I be at this place right now? Probably not. Probably not. But you know what? Um, I am here now, and I do believe that everything does happen for a reason. I didn't believe it then, but it's a very nice blanket to put on yourself. Even when I thought, and I was kind of hint, and I know it was people that kind of making me think that I was evil and cruel or something like that, and I was arrogant or something like that. Well, I said, well, maybe everything happens for a reason. Because if I'm that way, then maybe not I'll do some good in the world, but there must be a reason for that. And I just didn't feel like I was going to be cruel and negative to somebody. I just couldn't understand it because everything has its purpose. It's a yin and the yang. And I don't know if that means, but it's a positive and a negative. Even electricity is a positive and a negative charge. Yeah, so all you evil, cruel people, you do exist for a reason that is an abnormality, you know? And I mean, I could go on and on, and in my previous job, this idiot that I'm subsequently facing two charges for right now. Januszek, right? It was just the term philosopher. Stop being a philosopher, because I would think about stuff and try to resolve things like that. And I'm not saying 100% I was right, but at least I was trying to figure something out. A philosopher is not necessarily a negative thing. I could easily make a joke about philosophy and this and that, but the fact that you try to have a mind and about philosophy and some degree, understand your body. Because that's one of the things I loved about philosophy class in college. I read it at first in a philosophy textbook about the joints and the body and the muscle, but most specifically the joints, how it's a mechanism. And of course, Da Vinci talked about that stuff. I was never really into Da Vinci in high school. So when I read that, I think I, saw parts of Da Vinci too. But it was like, yeah, well, it's a very well organized mechanism, our bodies. But be able to explain that in terms. I also did see a movie about that in the 90s, and it had Kid and Play. Some of you probably didn't know it because you're not a 90s kid. We're all a 90s kid to some degree. And he's talking about his car and the engine inside, how it relates to a heart, and also I think it's a sexual being or something like that. So I mean, the fact that you have an open mind and you could put that together, I mean, it's a human thing, I believe. You don't have to be a genius artist, but the fact that you even understand that or you can comprehend that. How about a metaphor in hip hop, and not just hip hop, but rap music, traditionally, and metaphors are a great thing, It's not everything, but it's a form of a flavor if you have a dish, right? Right. I mean, the fact that people don't even understand that. And I always wanted to talk to people, what are the best metaphors you ever heard in a rap song? And a lot of people, not that wouldn't quote it, they can't even understand what a metaphor is. They wouldn't even care. They can't even conceptualize it, you know? Yeah, the Fight Club. the line when he says, I think it was, I don't know which character said it, but so you go to school, you get education, then you go to college, you get an education, and then you get a job, and then the guy's like, I'm paraphrasing, and he calls his dad. Uh, his dad's like, I forgot how it went. I had it a little bit differently, way more simpler, and way more cuter and stuff. But the people I probably said it to still didn't understand it. You know, they wouldn't understand it. So what's the point? What's the point of me trying to explain to you that there is such a thing as conformity in this world? You have to kind of to a certain degree, but man, maybe in a utopian society, in a dystopian society, I never cared for either of those societies, kind of, because this is the world that we lived in. I was never into the whole new world order. It was scary, terrifying, but I mean, let's be honest. If you we put a lot of emphasis on money, and I'm just gonna talk about greed, right? But who has the most power when they draw something, develop something, or have an idea, right? Let's say rap lyrics. Well, let's see. The record label gets a good lot of money, right? They have their employees, the artists. Oh yeah, especially when he tours or she tours, right? Who have to put up concerts and stuff. They get money. But then we talk about the video, this and that, and there's also the manager, right? It's like what 10, 15%. And then there's publishing rights, which some artists don't even know. They don't even own their own songs, right? Right. And and I'm going off on a tangent here, but it is a business. It's a really big business because you know what? I could not that I could write songs, this and that. I'm not gonna perform on stage for you. Maybe I would, maybe I would. I could care less about that. I could care less about that. All your celebrities, all the no, because you know what? Even if it was a perfect world, maybe, but I'm not gonna go on stage and explain. I want to talk about something about a song, in particular, this and that. Majority of people probably wouldn't understand it, and then people would have money in my pockets, and then people would steal from me, this and that. Because people already do that without me being on stage, you know. But conformity. I mean, should I conform to that? I don't care for that lifestyle, you know. Yeah, a lot of people on my blog, a couple told me, you don't have a job, you live with your mom, I'm better than you. Right. Yeah. I'm moral, I have a soul and a conscience, and mind, I could read, write, I could write. I'm trying to learn music, I could. I mean, I'm living the best life that I ever lived. I was oppressed by people like that say that. Yeah. It doesn't hurt me anymore. It does get me angry, but it's childish and it's petty and it's like you either so self-involved, you're lying, or you're trying to manipulate me to get me angry and sad. It's pathetic. It's childish. It really is. It really is. And then we could get to the. I'm not gonna talk about myself. Conformity would be a better topic. I mean, the fact that you get an education, you get another education, another higher degree, just to get a job somewhere, and maybe not a cubicle like his character, but some job that you just get tired of. Either people, this and that, or your boss or whatever, and you just like, I put all this work, all this money, and it's like even people that work like maybe they don't work every 40 hours, but it's like they'll spend some time of their life, but then like 2 3 days they're just annoyed and aggravated. And I went through that in my life. Some people thought $18 an hour in Jersey was good money. I thought so too. To get, even if it was 25 $30, it wouldn't matter. I wasn't enjoying myself. Even if I was making $1,000 like a week, or like a salary of like 150,000 or $200,000 a year. I mean, the job I was doing, the people I was around, maybe not so the job, because the job was okay. The people I was involved with, and the state of life that I had people in, and I wasn't happy. I deserve more for my life, not just money, not a job. I don't want to have a job right now. I was thinking about it, and maybe a dishwasher. But what is the point? Things are a little different. I go to a job dishwasher, and some assholes come over, and like they don't do the work, and I have to ridicule them. And it's drama. I mean, it's like children. A lot of people don't even do the work that they're supposed to. And not just in this country, probably everywhere else. But this country needs to be tip-top shape. Yeah, you people don't. You don't want it. You don't want it. So tell me I'm a loser because I don't have a job. I'm not gonna conform. I'm not into that. I did it for almost 2 decades. It brought me nothing but pain. Then I ridiculed, put people down. I got through anger tantrums. And the thing about those anger tantrums, yeah, it's something that it's an expression for a child. Except they weren't tantrums over some silly stuff. It was egregious stuff. Yeah, it was workplace harassment, abuse, not so much manipulation, maybe just that, but it was just and not just harassment, but manipulation by an employer. Yeah, or a manager to some degree. Yeah, it happened most of the times, especially my last job. I lost a lot of my health because of that. I really did. You know, I lost a lot of health when I was doing the movie jobs in 2012 and 13. Actually, after 2012, due to a lot of people. Even though I was strong or better at them, it just just like they get in your mind and they do stuff and just they inflicted fear on me. Because I know who you are and you knew what I was. Let's see, good always triumphs. $20 million in 85 or 86 or whatever year it was wouldn't make me happy. You know, I don't care about that lottery. Right? I daydream about that. Maybe I can figure out the numbers. I don't care about that. Why would I bought a nicer house, a Lamborghini, right? A Corvette. I mean, I don't care. They make nice cars now, maybe, but it's everything else. The journey was more important than the end. I didn't have the best journey. Not just for myself, but most of you. You know who you are. On my last channel, Relative Hatred, I pointed out all these people out, majority of them. Yeah, I only put one of them about you. I could go each about each events, and you already know you're bored with it. You don't care about that. Because you're inhumane. You really are. You have no empathy, no compassion, no reason, no logic. Yeah, like my Aunt Donna, aka Danuta, just like, well, dig her out of the grave, and like, whoa, whoa. I mean, to call her a freaking idiot is, it's too subtle. It's an understatement. I was shocked that she said that. I actually cried when she said, when it's on Luke or something, on me, dig my Aunt Lottie from the grave and ask her. I could think it was because of that. I didn't even want to watch that. And I was angry and just like, I was just shocked. I didn't think she could make me cry. But it's to the point where when you're that evil and you just have no conscience, no soul, no reasoning, I mean nothing. It's creepy and disgusting. It really is. I view people and I see on YouTube treat dogs and cats and other animals is disturbing to say the least. But I'm not gonna let that enrage me or sadden me anymore. You know. I canceled one video and more of them popped up and I said I didn't want to see that. And where's your YouTube algorithms for that? And not even the YouTube, because they're clowns in their own right. But there's a lot of you people in the world like that. It's that movie Idiocracy, except it's way worse. It's way worse than that. Way worse. Because a lot of intelligent people, at least to my knowledge, maybe I'm wrong, they're just going to get respect. Or we get shut down or suppressed. There's a lot of people that made videos on TED Talks. And look at, I don't know if it's either in the States or anywhere else. I said it before. There's a lot of people like that in the world. There really is. But look at Norway, Denmark. Look at Great Britain in some places. I know it's not like that everywhere. Maybe it's just, what they show, right? But, I mean, like, the way, this country is, it's so undeveloped. And you did it to yourselves. You took people from another continent and you enslaved them. You tortured them. You bred the most inhumane evil around. And I'm not saying descendants of slaves are just naturally evil. Some of you probably think that. Some of you people think I'm evil. I get called negro and muja charno nigger. Why? Because I tan better? Because, I'm well equipped there and I know how to talk to a woman or another man? Because I don't talk to babies and cowards. Babies are, I don't even talk to babies. What am I going to say to a baby? I mean, imagine if I was a baby. I think you're a retard. I mean, it's cute, but whatever. That was literal. I mean, for lack of better words, I'm not even lost on words anymore. It's just that the anger has subsided. It really has. Yeah, it really has, but not. I did. I mean, I know I learn things every so often. A couple months ago, I wasn't too aware of everything. Yeah. One of the first time I went to see my cousin Robert. Somebody told me the way I was talking about. He's dead. He's dead. You'll see. And I saw him being honest. Like, what the hell were they talking about? And I put it together. He must have had a death experience and he lived. Or something to that sort. Because I can't understand anymore how, you have no compassion, you're evil, you're a creep, and, there's molesters, pedophiles out there and stuff and whatnot. But, I won't conform to that either. I'm really not. And, to belittle me on your little music channel, your television, and the helicopters hovering over my house, 150, 250 feet above, which kind of shook the house a little bit, was very noisy, and lasted for 2-3 minutes, depending on how I was thinking, is ridiculous in itself. Yeah, your little NBC network, right? Because that's where the helicopters were parked, a couple blocks from my house. So who was it? I know those Merc guys wouldn't just fly over my house. Or was it them? But I'm pretty sure it was NBC, right? Charlemagne, the god in my mind, on my mind. And I was like, what was that line? So, it's my house. It's my house. My house. It was a line from Biggie. I forgot. The Notorious B.I.G. line. I just kept saying, I was psychotic as hell with Donna sitting across from me on the couch 2 years and a half ago. Some people weren't aware of that. If they were aware, would they tell me something? You're the cowards. You really are. And out the world, maybe I don't hope the rest of the world, because I haven't been there. Really not. I really don't. I have no animosity to the rest of the world. I make jokes about the Irish, Germans, Polish. I make jokes about everybody, accent and dialects and stereotypes. That's what I do. Some other people do it and they get rewarded from it, right? They're on a Comedy Central or your little BBC or whatever on your, Comedy Network. Well, they're idiots too, right? So I'm an idiot too. So give me my money. Where's my money? I wrote those jokes. I said them before you. We could go on a slander, defamation, but artistic creativity? You steal my artistic creativity and you think you're going to get away with that? What, you think I'm a chump? I'm just going to let that slide? What, you think? I can't afford a lawyer. You got me there. But I can't represent myself. And I can read. I want it all. It's not just about your little petty songs with your harmonica bands or whatever, garage bands or whatever. I don't care about you people. I really don't. You were cute. Especially when you're on stage and you couldn't, perform. Not the way you're thinking, asshole. I know what you're about. People told me. I didn't know that. I kind of do, but I don't, right? Yeah, you little midget. Anyway, enough about the dwarfs and the mentally challenged, with their muscle names. Yeah. Send the pain below. I think a lot of you don't know how it feels like to be physically, emotionally hurt and try to send the pain below. What it really meant. What I really meant when I wrote that. Because I think I wrote that. I can't prove it. I remember that. Not Audio Slave. I felt Audio Slave. This is why I'm confused. And taking your core for simple things like that, it's ridiculous in itself. It really is. What am I gonna get? Obviously buy the publishing rights, yeah, because it's my song. And for every, I would say for every, time you performed it, every played on the radio. Record labels made money off of that. People made money off of their lyrics that I wrote. Wow, jail time, prison, right? Just the people I know. But see, my game's the long game. Because those people weren't scared when I started thinking that. Right. See, the other thing I'm not scared of. This I'm not scared of. It's just embarrassing, like, that you even listen to your shit. That's the most embarrassing part. On my end. I don't think a lot of you are even embarrassed, but I'll make you feel it. You will. I promise you that. I'm not going to say it's the last thing I'll do, because I'll do a lot more. I'm just getting warmed up. There.